believe we peaked in the 90s. Come on, come on, come on, prove me wrong. Tuck your friendship bracelet back in your shell suit sleeve. Come on back in time with me. After again, and hello, it's Vo. Welcome back to Project Zomboid. We've woken up quite late on. At least it's not foggy. Going to take the car out. Back down towards the farmhouses. Didn't expect to see so many Zeds. Gonna get going. Working through them. Getting any of the good stuff. Make some more progress. Get some more loot. Hunting knife is doing as well. Not worried about having to break out the machete. Yeah, just want to get all these ones rather than drive past. You really don't want them sneaking up behind you, because that's what will get you. Eventually, we work our way through it. We do have another one that we picked up off a Zed. Pretty close. Yeah, when there's only one zombie, you can go into this fatal stab animation. You sort of one-shot them. It takes a couple of frames, and you kind of panic sometimes. Yeah, I think a group of 5 that are quite closely bunched up. It's a good excuse for the machete. Now we're getting close to the warehouse. Great tools and things in it. Hopefully plenty of boxes of nails. Some more metalworking supplies, that sort of thing. Good habits in the way that you clear them out. Always be doing the 360s. Make sure you're not getting crept up on. That'll keep you safe. Stay crouched when there's loads of them. Try to just sneak into their area a little bit, slowly but surely, to try and draw only a few of their attention. Even at that point, try and walk back even when you've got their attention. So the noise of you bumping them off won't attract too many more. And methodically work our way through. Try and get them all. Another annotated map. Chances are it's not going to be for Riverside.
Pretty sure the survivor home would be there even if we didn't find the map for it. So I don't think they're essential. I'm gonna get there if we're gonna find it. Do plan on making my way through all these buildings in the greater Riverside area. Looting everything, finding everything we can. Try and keep our man Ramos Ravioli alive and happy. Going through the hunting knives. There's plenty of other weapons to use. Some are just less effective and need a few hits, and they're more likely to break sooner. Like your metal pipe. Antidepressants. 2 cameras, wow. Photographer zombie. Just capturing the end times. I've disposed of the cameras, disassembled them. You can see the carrier bag is there. From when we jumped that fence and left our carrier bag behind. Maybe get that back. Yeah, it's time to break out the big boy, the crowbar. All reliable. Switch up to the machete when there's a few of them. Yeah, either or. The higher electronic skill we've got, the more efficient we'll be with our generators, keeping them going. And get the second ice freezer. It's going to help us with our heaps of food that we've got. Don't want to leave it all in the fridges, so we'll never get through it before it goes bad. So we need the capacity to freeze more. Also got the generator with us. I'm going to pop that down. Don't think we're in any rush to get it all connected and have everything going. If we need to fall back on gas from here, it'll be so late on in the game. But we'll have cans of gas with us and everything. Enough electronic scraps to come here and get everything set up. Once you've read the magazine for how to use generators, you've got the knowledge. I'm not going to forget, it's fine. If anyone knows what Remulade is, let me know. No idea what that is. Never make the characters consume it, 'cause I'm like, I don't know what that is. Yeah, plenty of gas station goodies. Hopefully we'll find more ciggies. Yeah, that's the gold, that's what we're after. Obligate trade, take the money. Yeah, it's of no use. Unless you need something to burn. No traders or anything in this version of the game. Single player is indeed single player. After the helicopter has been and gone, there's no signs of life. You're just on your own. Unless you count all the zombie friends. If you pick up all the friendship bracelets, you'll feel like you made a few friends along the way. Got more decent loot. Might take us a couple of trips, even with our big bag. Just to fill up the car with all our fantastic loot. Come back to base. Drop off the freezer, the goodies, all our stuff. Yeah, when you've got food on you that's fresh or frozen, don't necessarily want to hang about too long. Our annotated map is for March Ridge. At least we know if we're having a bad time. There's still a stash of some stuff in the other gas station. Yeah, I'm sure there's still more zombies in the trailer park and the roads around that area. Fix up some of our hunting knives. So we can't seem to consolidate all our duct tape. I think we need a mod for that. Yeah, I want to munch some of this fresh food before it goes off. Our weight's sort of evened out. That's fine if it stays where it is. Be a lean, mean fighting machine. I'm gonna get reading. Since we're going through so much electronics, having a little XP boost. Certainly better than nothing. Yeah, we're a little bored. Go outside and continue unloading for a little while. Find somewhere good for this fridge, this freezer. Want to leave ourselves space to create a doorway between the seat and the freezer. That'll take us directly through into our extension once we've got it made. Continue looting homes. Do some more disassembly. Yeah, we do need plenty more nails. Grand plans for making a big base. Yeah, small steps. We'll create something awesome in no time. We don't want to stop getting the refrigerated food from everywhere we can. Now that we've got the second freezer, we can get back on it. Got our next level of carpentry. Trying to get our carpentry level up so we can build stairs. So our extension rooms are all going to need roofs. The only way we're going to get up there is by building a set of stairs. Once we're up there, we can make roofs to make rooms considered inside. It'll be warmer and things will function better. Be able to set up the sinks with rain collectors on the roof. So yeah, our short-term goals: loot the houses, get all the food. Medium-term goals: get our carpentry up, get loads of carpentry supplies, build an awesome base. Long-term goals: try and work our way through the entirety of Riverside, the extended area that we drove around when we were trying to get away from the helicopter. And all the way out to the west. You get to the main road that's sort of the edge of civilization in Build 41. It's another gas station and a store and everything. A few things further down that road. That's where we want to end up. Just getting everything looted and brought back to this awesome location. Building up a nice collection of guns. Generally want to start with the shotgun when it is time for guns. It's preferable to be stealthy, try and bash people, melee weapons. Work on the framework. And we've got our carpentry level up a little bit. And we've got some supplies. Start sort of sketching out where we're going to have rooms. This can be where we build our own bar. Maybe have an armory or something through here as well. This area is going to come directly out of our living room area. Remember to make doorways so we can split things up. We can sort of follow this edge along. Just expand out what we've already got for this base. It's good to finally get through some of the stuff. Done a lot to accumulate all the blanks. We've got our generator. We probably want a courtyard area, so there is constant ventilation. It's not, the fumes aren't all boxed in. Keep us safe from that. We should do some tidying. The zombies will take care of themselves. Decomposition is relatively quick, so you've got to make sure to snag any of the good stuff off them. Better to do it as you go. Or if it's clothing, at least take it off them and leave it on the ground. If you might want to come back for it later, because it will stick around, whereas they won't. So read the book for a little more. Stop for a ciggy break. Try and eat some more of our fresh fruit and veg. Get a burrito in. Yeah, we've done well at gathering food. Probably got more than we need. Because we've planted a whole bunch of different crops. Hopefully they won't be all ready at the same time. You get the seeds from the crops, so we can keep going when you harvest them. If you wait a little late in harvesting them, you can get plenty of seeds back. I'm sure we'll find more seeds as well. Sneaky zombie. Try to get me. Gotta be ever vigilant. Yes. We need a bass guitar. It's important. Ramos Ravioli, he can play. Can make a rock classic about living in the apocalypse. Try and find some gear to record it. Transmit it out to the world. Yeah, it's long-term goals. I'm sure you would get lonely eventually and try and reach out with any method of communication you could. You get radios, like ham radios and stuff. You could try. We tried our luck picking up some furniture now that we've got our carpentry level up. We do want some of these bookshelves for our mighty collection of skill books. But alas, luck is not on our side. It's only a 37% chance to break it, and we still found it. Yeah, we're getting there with our skills. Slowly but surely, working on everything all at the same time. Yeah, let me try some trapping and fishing if we do start to run low on food. That certainly won't be for a while. Having no luck with these bookshelves. Yeah, there's plenty about in the nicer houses. Yeah, once we get over to the gated community, lots better loot there. Let them have library rooms where they've got 2 or 3. There's bookshelves in a row. I'm sure we'll have plenty of opportunities to pick them up and get what we want. But yeah, we didn't have any chance before this, clearly. So we were right to keep on disassembling them, rather than risk picking them up and breaking them, and getting maybe one plank instead of a few. Working on our tailoring. Ripping up clothes. It's another slowly but surely. At least we've still got plenty of ciggies. Don't know what we're going to do if we run out and use a nervous wreck all the time. Don't think that's going to help. I think they get depressed and you need to take the antidepressants. I think we'll largely have enough loot for every eventuality. Come on, we're going to try our luck. Please. Please. Yeah. Yes, very heavy. Right, we're taking it directly home. Yeah, I've got some more boxes, but when you put stuff in the boxes, it stops you getting to the ones at the very back. We end up boxing in the boxes. Yeah, not a perfect system, but for now. So we're working on our rooms. And this can, where we can have all our garden storage stuff. We can always expand it out further if we want to. Gonna pop down our base in the bar. Just dump all the alcohol there when we start picking it up. Decided we're gonna have our little study in this little corner before going into the kitchen. Taking some tables. So plenty of things we can disassemble here as well. Gonna go on a gas run. Fill up all our empty gas cans. Yeah, this fill all is a lie, it never fills them all. Got to do them one by one. Got a car rack here that we can dismantle. Clear up the space. Can't just drive around here. Especially once we've hacked down more of the trees around us. This mix of wanting to keep the base away from prying eyes and having a source of wood really nearby is very handy. Don't want to completely destroy any of the wildlife or the ecosystems round about. I know if you fish an area too much, you can deplete the stock of fish. You need to wait for them to regenerate a little bit. Not sure if it's the same with trapping. If you catch too many rabbits, will you not be able to catch any more because you caught them all? I don't know. Could spend forever disassembling things. Pretty much everything is disassemblable if you have the right equipment. Most things will give you some XP. We will need counters for our kitchen. I don't think the blue top's going to be what we want. It's not like we need them all to match or anything. I think a random blue one. Yeah, that's not what we're into. There's plenty of nice houses that have nice wooden floors and nice kitchen cabinets and everything. Especially over the east, over the school area and the gated community. Yeah, those are the houses that you want to steal the interiors of. If you want a plush base. So yeah, we want more storage in here for fuel. So we can pop all our gas cans in. Have any spare literature for paper fuel. Yeah, things are starting to take shape. Make loads of wall frames. Sort of sketch out the different places, the different rooms. Allocate space for each skill. Generally make more and more fortifications. Confuse the zombies so they can't find you, hidden away in the base. Got our table set up. It's going to be the band area. So we're going to have all the musical instruments that we find. We can find a whole bunch of things. Guitars, basses, and saxophones and things. Flutes, drumsticks. I've seen loads of things. So yeah, we'll try and set up a sort of backstage bit here, where once we optimistically find someone to join us to rock, we can have a bar band in the apocalypse. Yeah, he can be optimistic. As long as it's not the people he didn't like from the army. I'm sure he'd be willing to accept any other survivor. So he reads his book until the end of the day, but he's stressed and he needs a feed. So again, we'll get him to munch through all this stuff. We'll get him a ciggy. And we'll send him off to his bed. If we can get a little bit more success of picking up furniture, maybe, just maybe, he can get his own bed. That'll be something exciting for him to work towards. We've got enough time for a double day episode. To go for his snooze. He's waking up pretty early, doing all that woodwork. It's not as stressful as fighting loads of zombies. Doesn't wear him down as much, apparently. Who would have thunk it? We've still got plenty of planks, certainly. Always do with more nails. It's always the thing. And don't forget I'm working on our metal work. Disassemble metal things where we find them. Car wrecks are the best thing, I think. Again, make sure not to get snuck up on. Just like with the carpentry, if you focus on it, there's loads and loads of metalwork things to disassemble. Get that metalwork XP. Like with everything else, you want to read the book first. Maximize your XP gain. Grinding the skills to be a better survivor. We've got plenty of stuff. Armor wise, for clothes. You can patch everything up with layers and layers. Have a vest with some denim layers on it. A jacket with some leather layers on it. Yeah. Make you hot, but the later it gets on in the year, the longer you survive. As the temperature drops, you'll be able to get more layers of protection. By then you should be a grizzled survivor, so you shouldn't need it. It's one of the paradoxes, you know. In the beginning everything's great, it's summer, but you're not that good a survivor yet. You're more likely to be bitten by the zombies. So you want to be protected, you want to be wearing like the fireman outfit and stuff. But you'll be sweating and it'll be a nightmare. You get tired faster. Sweating and overburdened and exhausted from swinging a fire axe around. Yeah, you've always got to sort of balance everything out. You want to keep your character happy. You want to stay alive as well. Sometimes there's a bit of discomfort in staying alive, you know. Yeah, we'll try and balance it all out. least once we build the bar, he'll be happy. We can get some mannequins from the stores, the clothing stores, and set them up in the bar. When he's feeling extra crazy, he can go and speak to them and stuff, have a drink with them. Yeah, as we get more and more torches, it'll be more effective to disassemble a whole bunch of things to get more metalwork XP. And if we take the big can in the back of the truck we've got, we can refill the propane torches. And we can get more done while we're out and about. Yeah, once you've got the past where the TV schedule is going to take you, and you're a free agent, you're going to have longer days out. You're able to get more stuff done. But it's more likely that you get caught off guard for your needs. It can be a long way back from home if you have some sort of accident and you need to go back to base to find a suture needle or something. You don't have everything all the time. You can keep stuff in your car, but there's always a chance, a small chance, if not a medium chance, that something can go wrong and you have to ditch your car in a rush. You can't always guarantee you're going to get the stuff out your car if it was an emergency and you're halfway back to base. It's quite easy to sort of overcorrect when you're going round a corner too fast. Another level of carpentry. We're flying. Again, that's going to reduce our chances of breaking things when we're trying to move people's furniture. So yeah, as we work our way over to the nicer houses, be a better chance of us being able to pick up their nicer furniture. Kind of have wooden floors pop down on top of the concrete floors, and there are sort of extension rooms at the base, and then put down any flooring we want on top of the wooden floor, like anybody's carpets or anything. I don't think it's necessary. I like the way that everything is sort of already sectioned out with the different sort of flavours of concrete. I obviously can't have things that are just a corridor that's very thin, that's just sort of one block thick. So I have to double up over here. Yeah, also follow the outlines of the concrete. Feels like a natural expansion of the space that we've got here. And as I say, we'll take a sledgehammer to the wall at some point to connect the outside to the inside. Yeah, this place is going to be super secure. There's not going to be any zombie invaders. Thankfully, no NPC raiders either. At the time I was unaware, wouldn't be able to transfer the build 41 base over to build 42. Thought we'd be able to continue. So in my mind I thought, oh yeah, we've got to make enough room for animals for the next build, and then potential raiders and NPCs and everything for the build after that. So he's got very grand ambitions of making a ginormous base to accommodate all these things and all these possibilities that he's never going to face, sadly. But yeah, we're going to do it anyway. going to build an awesome base. With everything we could need. Yeah, he doesn't know that the army aren't going to try and come back and get him by force. Or that waves and waves of zombies aren't going to just flood in his way. Once you've survived this long and you're on your own, you've got to start prepping. That long-term survival. Just you against an army of undead. Yeah, we managed to get up to level 6 of the Carpentry. Pretty sure that's where we need to be for making the rain collector barrels. I think it's 7 for the stairs. One or the other. Yeah, we're almost up to the point we need to be, where we can make all of the essential carpentry things that we need to. We'll keep reading our books. Again, we have to balance that. Getting stuff done against the ticking clock. With the power going out and all the food being bad. The water getting turned off and stuff. Yeah, change the time so you're not playing 1 hour days. Even if you give yourself 2 or 3 hour days, you'll notice the difference straight away. It takes one of the pressures off you a little bit. Especially as a new player. Yeah, so 6 we can get the stairs. 15 planks. We've got ourselves a fantastic flight of stairs. Now that we've got up there, we can essentially place flooring. Create ourselves a roof. Ourselves a doorway out to the garden. Yeah, place is going to be nice. So it takes 2 planks to do most things. If you've got a spare one, well, it takes 1 to make a floorboard. Just need to repeat that once you've made a lovely roof. Then you can get away from the rain. Outside's good if he's bored and sit outside. But then if it's raining, you want him to be inside. If it's cold, you want him to be inside. So yeah, depending on how complete you've made the room, whether it considers it truly inside or outside. Yeah, another mechanics care obviously about whether it's inside or outside. Help your recovery from cold or whatever, if you're inside rather than outside. Well, like the room that has the stairs in it is considered outside because it's not fully sealed off. Like when you're underneath a roof tile that's directly above you, but you're in a room that's considered outside. I'm sure you don't get bored, but I'm not sure if you get wet. If it is raining. Yeah, I'm not quite sure about all the mechanics. Yeah, we'll seal off that room that has the stairs in it. It's its own separate room. So then our little study area, where we're going to have all our books, can be considered inside. As we're going to be sitting there for a while. In a comfy seat, reading some books. Yeah, not that our little spot with the green comfy seat and our TV and everything isn't perfect, but yeah, I would like to get him a bed and a nicer setup. The world is his oyster. Just needs to go out and steal everybody's awesome stuff. Something's starting to go stale. Again, we can mix them up and put them into things. Fruit salads and stuff. Cook them up in other dishes. And make them nice again. Yeah, we are still finding skill magazines that we can read. Teach us recipes for making things. Got skeletons of the first zombies that we killed here. It's about how long it's taken them to degrade. So we can add chocolate to our 2 mouse traps. They love that. You would think they'd love cheese, but you can't seem to add cheese to it. They doesn't want to take it. Chocolate is the way forward. They're rodents of good taste. I generally save all the chocolates for the mouse traps. It's a good, easy way to get into trapping, because you can put the mouse traps right next to your base, and the game's okay with it. If you want to use the bigger traps, like the box traps and the metal traps and things, you have to place them further away from your base. It's a certain amount of tiles away from your base. You're not there all the time in the zone where the animals would get scared of by your presence. So you need to walk about a minute away, go into some woods and go and set up some traps. Yeah, there's plenty of areas around here where we could wander off and pop some traps out. We would need to sacrifice some of our food. You can try putting in stale food into the traps, but yeah, I haven't had much success with that. They never seem to want to take it. Again, rabbit's a good taste. So yeah, we'll get more stuff popped away. Read some more of our book. We've used up all the blanks. Reached the point that we've got our stairs. So we've got a roof. And roofs. We can get up some rain collectors. Again, you can make the smaller rain collectors early on. Certainly earlier than this. If you want the big proper barrels, then you have to get up to the higher levels. Yeah, we'll keep going at it. See, catching rodents already. They love the chocolate. Remember to rebait the traps. Yeah, optimistic. We're going to be able to pull one thing with another. Trying out various combinations of vehicles. This one does seem to have a little bit of pull to it. Just want to get things out of the way and parked. This white one can live here now. Yeah, the Sunday driver trait is a trap. You only get 1 point for it and it's no good. Driving slow is a benefit because at least you won't crash and die because you were going too fast. But yeah, finding it hard to tow vehicles, if at all, is a bit of a nightmare. At least if the vehicle is wrecked, you can use your propane torch to disassemble it entirely. But if it's a vehicle that won't start, you don't have the equipment or XP to fix up, and you can't tow it out the way, then it's just an obstacle that you're likely to crash into. And even with Sunday driver on, going at full speed Sunday driver, and constantly bumping into crashed cars and things on the road will wreck your car over time and potentially leave you stranded in a horrible place, surrounded by the undead, which of course is not ideal. Pop up these metal shelves. We're having our condiments and extras up there above the freezer. Before we expand out to here, get our metal walls on the go. Again, we've done well to acquire all these resources, these metal panels. And finish our generator room in metal. An extra layer of protection, because they do love the sound of a generator. I have been got by that before. Having a generator in a sort of porch area, made of wood, with windows always open. But a zombie was so excited by the sound of the generator, they broke their way through the wall, not even through the open windows. And when I went in to fill up a generator, all of a sudden there was a visitor there, unexpectedly. That wasn't what got me in that playthrough, but it certainly was a bit of a shock. It made me rethink the generator rooms. Yeah, make them in metal, make them sturdier. Yeah, you don't want it inside the base because it'll fume the place up. But you want it protected so the zombies aren't attracted to it. So yeah, metal porch is the way to go. Back to raiding the food. Gonna take some canned food. Definitely don't need it, but we're at the point. We should probably just start taking everything so we don't have to come back to houses multiple times. We could dump it all in the floor and come back for it all another time. Yeah, no need. More thoroughly, we sort of clear out the houses of everything they've got. Better it'll be. We've got all the time in the world. Yeah, we don't have to completely destroy every house on the map, but yeah, you want to get everything useful out of it. And up to a point, all of the dismantling of the woodwork is going to be useful. Along with the metalwork stuff. 100 days on the 6-hour days is probably going to be enough to get everything we need done. Ooh, a blue base. I've already got a black one. Don't necessarily need it, but yeah, very tempting. Let's take it. Also got the shell suit jacket. The shell suit sleeve. Yeah, that's not that important. Shell suits for these awful things. Bit like a tracksuit, but made out of material that was kind of flammable, you know. If you took a lighter to it, it would start dripping plastic like a melting bin bag, you know. Yeah, not the safest thing to be wearing. They were all the rage at that time, Ken, back in the early 90s. Fantastic fashion. Hyper colour t-shirts, colour changing, you know, you could put your hand on it and the heat from your hand would change the colour of your t-shirt. Like, wow, mind-blowing early 90s stuff. Neon colours more bright than you'd ever seen before. Was it toxic? Who knows? It was fantastic looking, who cares? Yeah, the golden years. So we're gonna fill up our truck with the loot. At least the white one had the power to make it back home before giving up on us and us needing to drag it. We'll go through cars. Can do a lot of mechanics and stuff, trying to nick little bits off other cars to try and make your one car better and better. Once you can hotwire cars, there'll certainly be more available that you can just take a new one, usually. Especially if you change the sandbox setting, so more of them are in an average condition rather than wrecked. Yeah, you should have a good supply of cars for a while. It's pretty rare that I get attached to a vehicle so much that I won't do the mechanics on it. We'll see. Never say never. Just gonna make the back wall for our little library study area. Just gonna be our kitchen. We're gonna pop down all our fantastic cabinets. Some doors and walls. Yes, the zombies can just come through the door frames, the wall frames and stuff, you know. We're not quite there yet. We've got our sort of outlines for our different rooms. This little area we could have maybe a washer or a little utility area. Let's see how it goes. Read our book until bedtime. Get in there. Got our boost for all our electronic stuff that we're disassembling. Yeah, it feels like we're making good progress. Again, we'll have a smoke before we go to sleep. Maybe next time we'll come back to get a bed. Soon enough. Till next time, take it easy. I'll see you in the next one.